What's the deal, TA gang? Today, it's a good day, man. Today we got 5 times Larry Bird's Salt Revenge. This should be a good one. Let's get straight into the vid.
Bird fights Kareem, slings the elbow, and now is yelling at Larry Bird.
You could never back down.
Jaw to jaw.
Once you do, people look at you different. You had to stand up for everything you believed in.
That's facts.
And even if it's the one playing basketball, if somebody took the gloves off and wanted to go, you had to go. If you didn't,
That's
there's no use
facts.
playing.
Bro, first things first, one thing I can respect about Larry Bird, y'all know I got great respect for Larry Bird. One thing I respect about Larry Bird, bro, he ain't no bitch, bro. You just gotta call it how you see it. He ain't no bitch, bro. Usually, you know what I mean? You see somebody like Larry Bird's stature, I mean, like somebody who's like kind of skinny, you know what I mean? Especially in the NBA, we got these big guys, bro. They probably think they can like, you know what I mean, hold him around and shit. He don't be going for none of that shit, and I respect that. And then he be busting ass on the court. 5 times he saw revenge.
When you
Let's
take a
get
look
to
at
it.
Larry Bird, at first glance, he might not seem like the most intimidating guy.
Like I
he
said.
doesn't really look like a scary dude at all. Many believed they could get away with pushing his buttons. But one thing you should know
I ain't gonna lie,
about the
this is
hick from
crazy.
dude at all. Many believed they could get
This picture is actually crazy as fuck. Was it Dr. J he choking? Why are they choking each other?
away with pushing his buttons. But one thing you should know about the hick from French Lick, he always gets the last laugh. Game 5 of the first round in the 1991 NBA playoffs, Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird was approaching the end of his career. He had some serious back problems he was dealing with and wasn't quite sure how much longer he can go. In fact, before this deciding Game 5, his teammates said that he was even struggling to put on his uniform. That's how much pain he was in. But with the series tied up 2 games apiece, he knew he had to use every last drop of fuel that was still in the tank. And on the other side was Chuck Person, nicknamed the Rifleman. Throughout the
That's the thing, bro. I ain't gonna try to pause too much, but that's the thing about today's NBA, bro. We need that culture back. No, bro, this shit ain't got shit to do with LeBron. So if y'all niggas go in the comments talking about LeBron, bro, I'm not reading that shit. But bro, like I said though, we need that shit in today's game, bro. Y'all know what I mean? I'm a new gen baby, you know what I mean? So I haven't really watched this the old school shit. I've been doing a little deep search and dive, but I do know for certain that, you know, they played through way more injuries, way more, you know what I mean, bruises and shit. They played through that shit, and I respect it. As a fan, I respect that shit to the utmost. You know what I mean? Because they don't have to do that. Now today they got low management, all type of shit for what, bro? They fucking fingernail fall off, this nigga out for 4 weeks. Like, come on, bro.
years, these two were sort of rivals and always talked trash to one another. For example, before a Christmas Day game, Person said to the media that he was going bird hunting, and when that comment made its way back to Bird, Bird made sure he would deliver a present to Chuck. Bird shot a three-pointer right in front of Person, who was sitting on the bench, then turned around to look at him and said, "Merry f***ing Christmas." Before the shot had even gone in yet. He would pull those kind of stunts before Steph even did it. So these two had some history, which made this elimination game all the more epic. The game was just like the previous 4 games in the series, very competitive and highly entertaining, both battling to keep their season alive. But with 4 minutes left to go in the first half, an unfortunate event would take place. Larry Bird dives for a loose ball, but ends up landing on his face, and immediately had to head back to the locker room. And it turns out that he broke his cheekbone, so the Celtics had no other
I already know how this shit finna go. Larry Bird finna come back out. You know what I mean? He's finna go crazy. But the thing is, bro, I gotta keep mentioning, like, bro, damn, bro. This shit happened in today's game, bro. These niggas gonna be out for years, bro. Real talk, bro. And then I don't even give our players in this day and age a lot of excuses just purely based off the fact that, bro, our technology has evolved, bro. We have really good workout equipment, really good recovery and treatment to the point where these players should be on the court playing, bro. You know what I mean? I get if you tear your ACL, but bro, come on, don't just say I'm not gonna play today because you haven't. You know what I mean? Your back spasms. Like, get the fuck on, bro. That shit, that ass be pissing me off, bro.
choice but to play on without him. Boston was trying their best to hang in the game, but were obviously struggling to do so without Larry, while Chuck Person was definitely having fun. He was acting cocky the whole time, thinking that his Pacers were on the verge of advancing to the next round. But little did he know, Bird was actually keeping tabs on the game in the back, and couldn't stand the—
I ain't gonna lie, let me go back. These bitches low-key crispy, y'all. Comment down below what it is, Converses. Let me figure out my guy Bird had drip. This shit low-key hard, I ain't gonna lie. With the high socks, I'm gonna have to come this. This shit kinda tough.
Bird was actually keeping tabs on the game in the back, and couldn't stand the arrogance that the Pacers were displaying. So with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, he decided to return back to the game to shut him up. The image of him coming out of the tunnel was like something you would see in a movie, as the crowd gave him a much-deserved standing ovation. The doctor said that he probably had a concussion, but he did not let that stop him. His heroic efforts ignited a spark in the Celtics, as Boston took a commanding lead and never looked back. Bird ended the game with 32 points and willed his team to victory.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
Here's another instance where the old man—
Bro, he got the last word, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I think a lot of these players today don't do the shit that they used to do back then. I'm talking about as far as playing the games while hurt. Not saying crazy hurt. I think it's stupid to play a game while you're crazy hurt. You know what I mean? But I think they don't do it today because, bro, it's an ego thing, bro. Because I'm a basketball player, so I'm thinking from a basketball player's perspective. You go out there and you're hurt. You have a chance to go out there and embarrass yourself. You know what I mean? And there's really no excuses once you step on the court. You're not hurt no more. Once you step on that court, bro, you're not hurt no more. Like, that shit doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Even when you're sick. Like, I played a couple games when I was sick. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think of why they don't play as much today when they're, like, sick or hurt. It's purely based off of ego. Like, they don't want their ego crushed. You know what I mean? They like their... Y'all get what I'm saying? They like how they are presented to others. So if they go out there with a bad ankle, they might play bad, and they scared of that. You know what I mean?
And had to show the youngster who's boss. First, we have to talk about a matchup that Bird and Petrovic had in March of 1992. This game, Drazen was lighting it up. He shot 65% from the floor and was perfect from deep, leaving Bird and the Celtics extremely frustrated. Just when you thought he was finished, he put the dagger in Boston's heart unapologetically.
He is open for the jumper.
This shit looks smooth, I ain't gonna lie.
39 for Drazen Petrovic.
He scored an impressive 39 points to get his team the win. Petro was quickly rising to fame, and before these two teams faced off again, the next time around, the pre-show made sure to remind everyone about that stellar performance.
The question is who's going to guard Drazen Petrovic. Last time out against the Celtics, a career high 39 points. He certainly is a big factor.
And the way he was shooting in the Celtic game up there in Hartford, no one could guard him.
An amazing night for Drazen Petrovic.
About 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, he hit a three-pointer, and as he was backtracking, he got into Larry Bird's face and was talking some good trash. Now, Bird's not someone that you normally want to taunt, but
Drazen really lit it up in that last meeting in Hartford with 39 points.
All this hype that was going around about Drazen, you know Bird.
He looked nice though. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna take nothing away from him, but he probably thought he was next up. I just get Larry Bird 39. I just get Larry Bird 40. I mean, I know he went home feeling good, bruh. He coming into this game feeling really good.
Bird was listening. You could tell he was salivating at the mouth for some payback.
Score of 8-2. We play 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Here's Larry Bird.
come on, Larry Bird. Forget about that one.
This time, Bird was the one on fire, dropping 25 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds, while Drazen could barely even get a shot off. He produced a stat line that was not even close to the one he had during their earlier meeting, just a dull 12 points. He should have known that Bird never forgets anything. It's no secret that Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer absolutely despised one another. Within this heated rivalry, we saw them go at each other's neck on multiple occasions. But in one game in particular, Larry Bird literally got instant revenge.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete...
It was Game 2 of the 1985 Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pistons and Celtics. Bill Laimbeer was deliberately elbowing Bird as soon as the game started. He wanted to take Bird.
Yeah, bro, Bill Laimbeer had to been some dog shit. Every time I hear about Bill Laimbeer, bro, he's always doing some dirty shit to somebody, bro. Either whether that was fucking Michael Jordan or Larry Bird or somebody else, bro. He always doing some fuck shit, bro. I'm not a fan of Laimbeer. No, I ain't gonna say that. He cool, I guess, because he bring that energy. But like, come on, bro. Like, if he was out there elbowing me, bro, come on. Like, come on, bro. Talking about this a grown man's game, my nigga. If you want to play in a quote unquote grown man's game, bro, go to MMA, bro. Go to boxing.
Bird out early, and he even ended up cutting his chin wide open. The way Laimbeer was playing out there was probably not the smartest idea if Larry is the guy you're doing it to. He's not the type to just let you get away with that. And from that point on, Bird did not play around anymore.
Knocking Bird down, Larry wheels on Petrovic, scored. Down, Bird outside.
Encouraging you. It's a little different situation. The others know they're not involved.
Bird the rebound. Is he tough or what? 34 in the game for Larry Bird.
Now, don't get it twisted. Larry definitely welcomed physical play with open arms. But when you go out of your way to literally draw blood, all you end up accomplishing is releasing an angry Bird from his cage. He put up 31 points in the second half alone and wound up with a total of 42 points, making Bill instantly regret his actions. Back when Larry Bird was a freshman in college at Indiana University, it was said that the veterans on that team would kind of bully him, even though I know that is hard to believe, and that one player in specific, Kent Benson, who was their starting center, constantly went out of his way to chastise him, always giving Bird a hard time since Larry was the new guy on the team, and rumors say that was part of the reason he didn't stay there very long and ultimately ended up transferring to Indiana State shortly.
I did not know that. Okay. Then they lost on one of the greatest college players of all time because of that shit. Get a load of that guy, bro.
After. Now, fast forward to 1985. Bird was now on the Celtics, while Benson played for the Pistons. And this is where Bird would finally get his revenge. Well, kinda. You see, while Bird did do his thing out there, it was Kevin McHale who was destroying Detroit, especially Kent Benson. And get this, Larry actually noticed that McHale had the hot hand and that Benson was struggling to guard him, so Bird encouraged McHale to keep making things miserable for Benson by simply feeding him the ball over and over again and grab some popcorn watching him go to work. Benson eventually even needed Laimbeer to help him stop McHale, but that also failed, and when it was all said and done, McHale ultimately broke the franchise record with 56 points, mostly at the expense of Kent Benson, which was really making him frustrated.
Blaine Reichelt, I think, has something on Kent Benson.
How the fuck? Come on, man. How the fuck you mad at the ref because you getting your ass busted? Like, get the fuck on, bro.
Gotta be a T.
Yeah, get him a T. Get him.
He's gone. Benson has just been.
Get him out of here, buddy.
Now, Bird definitely appreciated the fact that McHale embarrassed Benson for him, but he wasn't quite done with McHale yet. You see, by McHale going for 56 points, he actually broke Larry Bird's previous Celtics record, 53 points. And don't you think for one second that Larry didn't realize that. Larry even said after McHale's impressive performance that he should have gone for 60.
Larry, after the game, kiddingly told Kevin, you should have gone for 60.
He said, you should have kept going because that may not last.
Well, the fact that he didn't go for 60 and that Bird secretly wanted to get the record back, he got the idea, why not go for 60 himself? So guess what? Only about a week later, Bird would put on a show that would go down in history forever. A performance that even made the opposite team go crazy. He went for 60 points against the Atlanta Hawks, reclaiming the franchise record in points in a single game. So I guess you could say that he got revenge on his very own teammate. During a 1987 contest between the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, who was still a baby at the time, attempted to guard Larry Bird, but he wasn't all that successful at it. Bird just took Jordan to the post at ease. So then head coach of the Bulls, Doug Collins, decided to put a slightly bigger player on Larry, forward Ben Poquette, and that only made things worse for Chicago because Bird took that as a personal insult.
Hey y'all, I know this kind of off topic. I gotta say this to y'all, bro. Y'all know that new 2K just dropped. If y'all don't know, bro, this 2K, obviously if you don't know what 2K is, bro, it's a basketball game. 2K just dropped. I'm making my player build is, bro, my player build is literally a Larry Bird build. Demigod, bro. Nice as hell. Can shoot, defend, dribble, pass. If y'all want to see it, but let me know, bro.
As soon as Collins put Poquette in the game to guard Larry, Larry said this out loud to Doug Collins: "Ben Poquette, are you kidding me?" And here's why Bird reacted in such a way. Quote, "As far as playing, I didn't care who guarded me. I just didn't want a white guy guarding me because it's disrespect to my game." And well, since Larry couldn't really tell Poquette to go sit back down, he thought he might as well humiliate him while he's at it.
Standing dribble at the stripe. Bird has it right of the circle. Fakes on Poquette. Gets to the lane. Fadeaway shot. Good. Pulls the 4-2 lead.
Oh, he look like he fucking trying,
Bird has it right corner. He fires, rimming. Top of the glass. Side left against Jordan. Bird pops and shoots from the right side and nails another one. Change between the circles. Swings it left to Bird. Shoots foul line. Good.
Larry Legend would ultimately drop 41 points, forcing Collins to think twice before quote-unquote disrespecting his game ever again. So there you go. All this man wanted to do was get the W for his team and go home to cut his grass in peace. But no, those players couldn't just let him be. They just had to provoke the legend and ultimately had to pay the price. Comment down below what your all-time favorite Larry Bird moment is. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bro, like what he said, man. Comment down below your favorite Larry Bird moment in this video. That's gonna do it though for this video. If you did enjoy this video, bro, just make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and that's gonna do it, man. I love y'all. You have a blessed one. Peace.